Okay, I keep getting this error message and I dismiss it, and then I go back up. It wants to run it at the next scheduled time. I click on Run Now, starts the backup. It sits here for a little while, and then connection doesn't proceed very fast. And it starts slowing down. And I just did a speed test on the internet here. This is on my iPad, it's the Wi-Fi. So it's gonna be not as fast as this connection. So 10 megabits per second. And we're getting 36 kilobytes per second. And I don't know where the holdup is. I'm just waiting for it to die again. See, there it goes. So let's do something from the command line from the terminal here. Enlarge this thing. And I have some commands that I used before. If you just keep hitting the up arrow, here we go. This is the command to use, AWS S3 Sync. I'll talk about how to install this. All you have to do is type in something very simple and it installs it. So here is AWS S3 Sync Media, right? So this is what we've just been working with, and this is where it's going to go. You can specify it. It's not going to end up in everything here like it just did with Duplicati, and it goes straight in the storage class deep archive. So let's just change this name here, or this directory. This is a directory, but we'll change it to Voss Wine Cellar. Okay, this is how it's spelled with a capital V, W, and a C. So I did that. VWC in both of them. It's case sensitive. And look, completed. It's 700 kilobytes per second. And it's going to end up in a place that I want exactly. It's going to be in Video Archive Jeff, and then it's going to be this file folder, and there's 4 files in that. So let's go to, but here's the one that I put in here. Now see, it does accept dashes. There is space there, but you would have to have the capitalization proper. So it accepts spaces and dashes. It's just the capitalization needs to be a match perfectly. So here we are. And when this thing crashes, the connection is broken, you'll just get the prompt. All you do is press the up arrow and then return, and it starts. And so you just keep doing that. There we go. Oh, that's 1. It completed this 0004. It completed that. And it's the sync command. There's also a copy command, but using the sync command, it keeps track of what's on both sides and makes sure it syncs it. Whether the copy command, see, look, it finished all 4 of them. So we should be able to go see. In Voss Wine Cellar, and there they are. And they're in Glacier Deep Archive. This is where I started with downloading Amazon Web Services. And here's the AWS documentation, AWS command line interface. I know some people this is intimidating, but I want to assure you that it's actually a lot easier than and some of the other things. The installing or updating AWS command line interface user guide version 2, you want version 2. Here's the installing or updating the latest version. When I logged on with my Ubuntu 20.04, I believe I just typed in this command here and it installed it. I was shocked. I don't remember downloading this and then unzipping it and then installing that. That's a possibility. Also, issuing this command from the command line, you can simply hit this and copy it, paste that in the terminal. So that's how we get started. I didn't record how I did that part, except for I did do that in installing it in Windows 11, so I will include that. On this user guide, there is Mac OS. So these are little flip down windows here. So you can choose your operating system. I just was talking about Linux. And Windows I'll show you. And here's Mac OS. This says in your browser, download the Mac OS package file. And then issue these commands here. Very simple. Worth doing. Let me show you the power of this. Notice that there is a folder on this blue solid state drive called Glass Block Design with spaces in it. So issue the command AWS S3 Sync Media Jeff Bluetooth Glass Block Design, just like it is in there, and I want to send it to S3 with the same name, Glass Space Block Splash Design, and it comes back with unknown options design comma S3 glass comma black comma design. So if I go into the T5 and I rename it, all right, now it's renamed, go back, hit the up arrow and the command comes up, hit the back arrow, dash, dash, forward arrow, dash, dash, then end button. Now I have the command and it starts downloading. It says there's only one file in there, which makes sense. I'm going to set up Amazon Web Services Simple Storage Solution, AWS S3. First thing I need is to find where the command line, it's called also PowerShell, command prompt. There we go. Okay, we're now going to upload Amazon Web Service command line interface by typing in this command. It's an MSI file, and once we have it, we click on it. And what I don't realize is it's actually running in the background. But I type in this command and the Windows installer opens up and we click on next. And then here's the installation setup and download, finishing it. Need the command line interface for all of that. So let's test it in the PowerShell. And we're going to type in AWS -- version. And there we see we have version 2.4.6, and it looks like we also have Python. Let's test just the regular command prompt in Windows. So AWS --version, enter, and we have AWS CLI 2.4.6 and Python 3.8.8 came over with it. So now let's go to Amazon Web Services. I've already set up an account there, but I haven't logged on with this machine. So we're just going to type it in and then click on AWS Management Console and log back in. Once logged in, we go to the far top right, Management Console, the graphic user interface, and I'm demonstrating how to get security credentials. Right, so you click on your name and access keys, and you can delete them, make them inactive. This is the key that I'm using currently. Once they give you the secret pass key, you never see it again. So you would have to delete it and then create a new access key. So let's go back to S3. We are going back to the command line. What happens next is entering in AWS configure. And it'll ask for the access key and the secret access key and region name and output format. Access key is get that from. When it asks for the region, my region is US East Ohio. You want the closest region to you. If you store your data in Tokyo, there's extra charge. I don't know why it says global. Usually it says Ohio, US-East-2. That doesn't mean much right now. Up arrow and come to this version, and we're configured. So now I can start issuing commands in the red T7. Drive F, there's this file that I want to back up. Now when I've got things backed up, I put a 1 behind it so I know that's been backed up and that's been backed up. I can see that you have a selection open Windows terminal. So we'll do that. It opens it in PowerShell. Windows Violet removed. That's a directory. We need to type AWS S3 and then where this is located. Well, we're in the directory, so I don't think we need to do anything except for type the directory in. Oh, Windows PowerShell doesn't like this. Oh, look, so here's the commands. I forgot to sync. See, these are the commands you have is list, copy, remove, make bucket, command sync. I made a mistake. When I specified deep archive, I didn't capitalize it like you're supposed to, and it calls attention to that error. We can also see the other storage classes that are available. So there's how you do it. Apparently it doesn't matter what directory I'm in here. as long as I give the complete directory here. And what I'm wanting to do, and notice this is I guess a backslash, and that's the directory. And I'm wanting to copy that whole directory, which this slash lets S3 know that that's a directory. And it's going to copy that into this bucket right here. And at the same time, the Linux boxes using the same command to copy some files. So let's see how this affects the bandwidth. See here it's saying 5 megabits per second. Well, let's put a little more strain on the system. Run speed test. Yeah, with both of them going, there's not a lot left for the speed test. Let's see what happened here. The more bandwidth you request, the more you get, but they're capping it. See, this is the receive, which is 1 point or so. And that's what the other one is about, although it does drop when it does smaller files. When it gets a hold of a large video file, it seems to be around 1.3. And there's the address. And you can see it's working on 7 threads here. Well, that's still going. Here we are logged into the Amazon Web Services Management Console. This is the URL. If we go to S3 Simple Storage Solutions, we can see my bucket video archive that we've been uploading folders into, and here's wild violets removed, and here's the 3 files, the size, storage class, and when they were uploaded. So it was successfully uploaded. The next step is to automate storage by writing a script and then set up a backup storage workflow to keep our assets safe. Stay tuned by subscribing for more legendary drama. Smash the like button if you did. Thank you.